Now that we have some content added to the site, we should add some functionality. So I went down to my specs and I made a list of some other things that I normally see on a site and what I normally put on my site. We have a search function, a place that you can be contacted or people can contact people on the site. We have links to other sites. We have a RSS feeds or syndication and a place to register and sign in. With register and sign in, you can also add some content that is only available to registered users. So let's go ahead and add these one at a time. Now, first let's add our search function. So we'll go to the admin area and we'll go back to the control panel. I'll go to the menu manager and then we'll go into menu items and we'll create a new menu and create a search. Click on search here, and here you can put in your parameters and we'll just call it search. Okay, and we just want this as a normal menu item, so we leave it at top. Down here, who's going to be able to see the search, public or only registered, and we're going to want to leave that at public. Then we have where it's going to open in a new window or in the current window. And then up here we have whether we're going to use search areas or not, and to show the creation date for the articles. What the search areas are is it'll have little check boxes that you can check to decide where you want to search exactly, so you can narrow it down. We have the component parameters here. Then we have our system parameters. We're just going to leave all those alone. Now we will save. Okay, so we see that search is now in our menu, and if we go back here and we do a refresh, there's our search, and if we click on that, and you'll see now that this is what I was talking about the search areas. We can search our articles, our web links, contacts, categories, sections, and news. So you can use that in your searches. Okay, now the next thing we had here was a contact form. So we'll go back to our admin area. And what we want to do here, we'll go to components and contact. Now we can set up categories for our contacts. So we'll create a new one. And we will just set up our categories here. We're just going to set up a single category. But you could use this if you had different departments like admin and shipping, receiving, whatever you want. This is how you can break it out. So we're just going to use a single category, and I'm just going to call it admin contact or something like that. Let's call it staff. Okay, and that's really all we need to do in here. So we'll save that. Now what we'll do is we'll go to menus, go to menu manager, and we'll go menu items, click new, and we'll click contacts and category layout. Under title we put contact us or something like that. Okay, we can leave all this alone. Over here we select our category, which is our staff, and that's all we need there. So we'll click save. Okay, now one thing we didn't do was set up our contacts while we're in there. So we need to go to contacts now and set up new. Okay, and then here we can put the names of the people that are available to contact. So maybe webmaster, and then select a category, staff. Okay, and then you can link it to a user profile if you want. So we can link that to admin if we want, or we can leave it at no profile and fill out some stuff down here. Okay, and then over here you can decide how you want the contact stuff displayed. So You can set this however you want, but I'm going to turn it all off except for his name. We'll save. Okay, now if we go back to our site and we refresh, okay, there's our contact us. If we click on that, okay, there's our category of staff and webmaster. And remember, we disabled all the display of this over here. So we click on webmaster. This is how they can contact the webmaster. They just fill out this information here. Alright, let's have a look at our specs. We have search, contact, links. Okay, if we're going to have links out to some other sites, we would set up some web links. So let's do that now. Go back to the admin area. Now it's time to add some web links. So what we'll do, we go to components, and then we go to web links and categories. And first we set up our link category, or at least one link category. We can set up as many as you want. So let's go new, and we'll give it a title. Now you can have as many categories as you want describing your types of links. I'm just going to use related sites, and then that's really all we need here. So we'll save. Now we'll go to links, and we can start adding our web links in here. So I'll click new. Over here we'll put Hemmings as one of them. Right. Select our category, related sites. URL is hemmings.com. Make sure you express it properly with the HTTP in front of it. Over here we can use our target parent window or a new window.